Hey, we are live. We just got done with the greenhouse reveal. So I know people are going to be coming over from that. Hey, Hope's Homestead. Oh, man. Jeremiah, as you will notice, is not sitting right here. He's making himself some tea, I think, and getting himself together a little bit. That was kind of emotional for him. This chat is flying, baby. You need to come say hi to everybody. Right now. He's not right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a labor of love, to be absolutely sure. I know that you guys can see that. He poured himself out on this one. He said he would be here in a second. Yeah, Rose, he was really crying. I don't know. I mean, it's just a really cool experience for us to work so hard on something on the farm and share it with everybody and have them praise and give affirmation to that scale. Here he comes.
What? I'm okay now.
Oh, man. My goodness, this chat is going so fast. Okay, let me just start. Let me just grab something to start. Melody said, "You deserve a cup of tea." He went and put the kettle back in.
Man.
So, is there anything you'd like to say? He is.
No.
He has exhausted himself. Broussard Homestead said it's just sweaty eyes.
They just got a little sawdust from all that work. Just a little sawdust. It'll be fine.
They were sweating hard.
I'll tell you what.
Ephesians 3:20, it's posted, and it'll be up now. Let me look on my phone. It should be up a regular video. Okay,
no, it's up like a regular video.
So you can go watch that, and go watch that. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. Come back to the live chat. We'll be live for the next 40 minutes. So you'll have time to go watch that and come back here. And that's actually beneficial because how many views that gets in the first hour determines how YouTube pushes it in the algorithm. So it's a really good thing for that to get. It would be a huge
blessing for it to get pushed.
Yeah, for it to be shared and all that stuff is really awesome. But we didn't want to replace our live. We wanted to make it where we got to talk to you guys about it. Your brother Noski just texted and said, "Nice greenhouse." I guess he watched it.
Michaela sent me a text also. They're driving back from Indiana. They must have watched it together.
Oh, Sunshine Farm. Yes, I cried. I absolutely cried. When he showed me how he carved our initials in the side, I was just like, oh. It took me like a good solid 5 minutes to like gain composure after that. Just so sweet. Absolutely so sweet. It's just really awesome. Happy Sabbath. We're actually planning on doing something. We're going to continue to keep the seeds in the basement where it's cool because it stays cool there year round and you don't want them to stay in a hot place. But my dad works for the city and he sometimes gets to go to auctions and stuff, and he's keeping an eye out on an old card catalog for me. That's what I would ideally like to keep my seeds in.
So I remember a couple of questions that flew by on the actual premiere, and I did do an extensive video detailing as best as I can what I did. I did not include like in the normal, like when I was like doing another project, I kind of would show you some footage of what I was doing. I did not include any of that. If you want to see footage of what I was doing, just go back and watch the time lapse again, because just doing clips of here's what I'm about to do, then coming back after it's done and saying, okay, I did that. Now I'm going to do this. Showing it. That is going to be an hour-long video.
Yeah, but it will be enough information for you to be able to.
And if I forgot something, I'll just ask questions, and I'll be watching the video to give you guys information. So,
thank you, Mary and Candace. Sweet Candace, how's your little girl doing? Have y'all been planting some seeds? Did you keep up what it cost to build?
Roughly. I did not save receipts.
I don't remember. A lot of the materials were reused.
Okay, all the windows are salvaged for free. Now, in the how-to video, I'm going to say, if you were patient, you could have done this for mostly free. Like the door was free. The rough cut cypress for the deck was free. Her dad gave me that.
And the shelves.
And no. I didn't use it for the shelves.
Oh, okay.
But that rough cut's really thick. Oh, she's trying to send something, and you got to move the numbers around.
John said, table full notes said, an epic Jedi builder, Miah is Yoda. Thank you, Ultimate Hang Zone and Bob and Mary.
So if you were patient, you could acquire most of the materials. Essentially, we didn't have them.
I'll get it. You talk.
We didn't have the materials needed because I built the chicken coop too long before this. And I used up a lot of what I had stored up on doing the chicken coop. So I actually ended up having to buy all the framing materials, the shelving materials, and the custom vents. Like the vents, I basically built windows. And
I told them I'm going to add the link to that on the video on the video notes too.
The link to the how-to?
No, the link to the vent things. People were
asking. Oh, yeah. We'll go ahead and add all the stuff that we bought on Amazon. So the table brackets are one of my favorite details I put in because they hold up and lock, and they're rated for 350 pounds. Okay, a set of 2 brackets was only like $20 off Amazon. So we'll link that. And I think the vents openers were $30 for 2 or something like it. Yeah, I think so. Or maybe they were $30 a piece. I'll look. But we actually went to church with her dad and got lunch and came back. When we came back, the vents were open. So that really made me happy because I was like, oh, look, they're working. And then when it started to cool off, you watched them slowly close. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, Elma. She did miss the reveal, but the video's up. So if you wanted to go watch it,
if you haven't watched the video, go watch it and come back here. We definitely want the video to get those views in the first hour, because that tells YouTube to show it to other
essentially
people.
Those brackets are essentially for like a fold-out table on an RV or something. That's essentially what they're marketed towards. And so I was like, this will work great. And I put 2 tables in because Jessica seems to always have someone over helping separate seedlings and stuff. So that gives them ample workspace. Man,
it's amazing. The details just blew me away. I totally want to sleep in it. Well, maybe not.
Man, seriously, you guys have to see this thing at night. We didn't include any night footage. Like 2 things. One, if you don't know what Norwex is, go look it up. I cleaned, and you couldn't see it really good in the time lapse, but I cleaned all those windows with the Norwex cloth.
Yeah, I'm about to buy some more of that. I actually signed up as a consultant.
It's a window cleaner. It's a window cleaner. It's a
It's
cloth for window cleaning, and you have to use no cleaner, just water. And it got all those windows sparkling clean with just hot water, which was awesome. All right, so that was
Debbie. Cool. I don't know how many of these I've missed. And Julie.
You did Ultimate. So
okay.
So that was a cool thing, and the lights at nighttime. I'm telling you,
gosh,
going down.
You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna start crying again. I've already had an emotional evening. I was talking to Zach Stivers last night, and I was being like, "Man,
the Stivers saw the greenhouse last night."
Like I used to be a youth pastor, and one time Jessica, I came back from youth camp, and I was just sitting at a table with Jessica, and I just started crying. She's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "I'm just poured out. Like I poured out everything I had for the kids, staying up late, like ministered and I was spent emotionally, spiritually, physically. I was just done, and like I felt like crying for like the last day because I'm just like I'm poured out, like in all ways."
A big shout out to Heirloom Permaculture. You guys might have seen them in the time lapse briefly. They stopped by here on their way through when they were coming from North Carolina back home to Oklahoma, and they helped us that day paint and do a lot of stuff on the greenhouse. And Leah, thank you so much. Wow, thank you. We actually
2 beehives.
Yeah, we're gonna do 2 hives this year is our plan. We got
all the boxes
3
and frames. Yeah.
full sets. I don't know. I was gonna kind of keep that a surprise until we were setting it up. But then I put some of the stuff in our Amazon wish list, like the bee suits and all that stuff, and like a bee suit for the kids. And I got busted. Somebody saw it and they were like, "Hey, getting bees!" And I was like, "Yeah, we are."
Man, that's a lot of chat. I'm gonna try and answer as many. Okay, so there's not a gutter for water catchment off the back edge. To do that, I would have to trim down the roofing panels that overhangs and install a gutter and then a barrel, which I'm not opposed to doing, but that was not within the scope of work for this particular phase. Like, obviously, there will be more things to come, planting it.
We're actually going to build a little table out in front of it for like washing vegetables.
Like, you also got to think, like, right now that that's done as a center point of that section of the garden.
Gotta do the rest of the garden.
Well, all the perennial stuff. So we're going to be mapping out what we're doing, bringing in the different ideas we have for that. So that whole space is just going to keep changing over the next 6 months.
Harvesting the Bounty. I love those colors too. Actually, you guys don't ever see our bedroom because I don't make videos in there for the most part, but our furniture is those shades of blue and green. Like, that's our bedroom furniture too, which Jeremiah built all that too. But he actually picked that blue out at Home Depot. He called me and said, "What are you thinking?" And I was like, what did I say? A blue that's not like ugly and dull, but that's also not bright or pastel. That's like, soft, kind of like an egg. And like, I described the most obscure thing, and he comes home with the exact perfect color. And I was like, yes.
Okay, so you know how that went? So I went up to, so our friend Lauren is on here in the Rooted Wanderers, and her clone works at the paint section at Home Depot. I've shown her Lauren's picture. She's like, "Wow, that is striking." Like, I'm telling you, Lauren, show up at the Home Depot and you'll see your clone working the paint department. So I went up to her and I said, "Okay," I let her read the text. I said, "Can you help me make sense of this?"
The video has 4.2 thousand views.
That sounds great to me.
He's gonna start crying.
Okay. So I went up to her and I said, "Will you make sense of this?" And she said, "Yes."
You showed her my text?
Yeah. She's like, "Okay."
I didn't know.
Well, she started pulling off colors and showing them to me, right? And I was like, okay, we're looking. She goes, and I said, as we started narrowing it down, she's like, "You know what? This was like one of the most popular colors last year." And she went and pulled it out and showed it to me. I was like, "That's it." And I said, "Spin it up. Let's go."
That's awesome.
And that's the color that we got. And here's the other thing. I'm, in construction, different things, Behr paint is legit. Okay. You saw the door and all the shelving and all the other details. I got painted blue. I still have half a gallon left. That was half a gallon of paint.
Yeah, it covers. That's awesome.
That's the highest quality they have. But I mean, for $30, I got all that done. So I was trying to help do the cost now. So you could do it for a lot cheaper. There's a couple of areas you can't skimp on. If you do, you'll just be fixing it later like I did on the other greenhouse. The roofing panels are lifetime warranty. They'll replace them if they crack from hail or anything. So those are expensive. They're $30 a sheet. I had to get 6 of them to cover that greenhouse. It's a 10 by 12 foot greenhouse. So don't try and skimp on that and salvage materials because it won't work. So buy the roof. The other thing is stuff like the vent covers and the shelving brackets, the hooks, everything else you could technically find salvaged. As far as if you're not going to find it salvaged, I'm pretty sure that I'm in it about $1,100. That's about where I'm at. Another big expense that there was no solution for what we were doing was I had to buy a sheet of plexiglass. So that door was like an old screen door. And so I plexiglassed the top, and then I also used the plexiglass on the custom vents that I built. And so that was like $130 just for a sheet of plexiglass. So that was kind of expensive.
Elizabeth, the roof panels were from Home Depot, right?
They were. And I can, in the how-to, I'll link all the different things we bought and where we got them from so you guys can track that down. those are from now on when we do any kind of greenhouse project, those will be used.
So $1,100 it's a lot of money. At least that's a lot of money to us.
It is a lot of money.
That was a big investment. That was a big project. However, when you put it in perspective, the kit on the other greenhouse, we started with was $600 from his Nana bought it for us, but we've done at least $400 worth of amendments or more. We've done more than that. Repairs and all of that stuff. So ultimately, the window greenhouse cost less total than the other greenhouse, and it's significantly sturdier. He used like 9 tubes of caulk in it. It is so. Last night was the first night we had plants in it. We put a tiny space heater in there. It was so warm in there. All of the windows were like fogged over this morning. It was 30 degrees outside, so definitely worked.
That's the other thing. I did an extensive job. Did you already say that? I was spaced out.
Hold on one second. Of caulking?
Yeah,
that's
caulking.
What I just said.
Okay.
2 wild onions. We posted the video. We premiered it. Go watch it. If you haven't watched the premiere video, go watch it now. We definitely we wanted to do the live, but we didn't really want it to take away from that. But yeah, go watch it and come back to us.
Someone said it's at 10 by 12. Yes, it's 12 on the front side with the door, 10 going towards the street.
Yeah. So
now in the how-to video, you'll realize that we also shrank it a little bit. Okay, because like for example, if you do a true 10 by 12. To get everything to line up, you have to buy bigger wood. So you'd have to buy 14-footers for the 12s and 12-footers for the 10s. So if you shrink it a couple of inches, you won't really notice, but then you can use your actual 10-foot or 12-foot wood for what is it? Bless Miah for putting TLC and building that greenhouse for your tomato sandwiches.
He doesn't even like
you ain't lying there.
He likes me, though.
Plus, we're about to get back our first pig that is going to our own bacon raised here on the farm. So
thank you,
that'll be, if you bake the bread.
Yeah.
You'll have a tomato sandwich fully made on our farm. 100%. Yeah, we have to make the mayo too. I don't even know what to make mayo.
Eggs. I got eggs.
Oh, yeah, we got eggs for days.
That's what dreams are made of.
Oh, man.
Christine, go watch it. It's up. Come back to us here. Definitely go watch the premiere video.
Sunshine Farm, it is retaining heat very
well. Better than our other greenhouse.
The other greenhouse is not even comparable. I spent extensive design, mental power, and Tammy, don't say that. I'm really done crying.
She really would be.
I know. Stop it.
Oh man.
Oh, look, my carpentry dad said, good job. Thanks, Sodaland. He's my hero.
Oh, no.
If he says I did a good job, then it's legit. I don't even know how to do half the stuff he does.
Jason Jeremiah calls his carpentry dad. And then Ben Vinson
is my farm dad.
His farm dad.
But it's okay. I'm Ben Vinson's YouTube dad. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, she would totally lose her mind.
Yeah, his mom would have absolutely loved that. I don't know if y'all caught the part where there's a wind chime with butterflies right in the front. I don't know. I think that whenever you go through a loss, there's a little bit of everything that you do in honor of those people and what they sewed into you. And I know this was definitely one of those projects. So, April, thank you for that. And Bonds to Bushels, thank you for some Windex. Thank you. Oh, goodness. The Greenwich Homestead, thank you. Rose, you had said earlier you thought I wasn't getting bees. We weren't going to get bees this year. We wanted them. We wanted them leading up to this. But whenever we sat down and made our budget plan, we are actually like getting back into Dave Ramsey. We're knocking out our debt. We have some really big plans and things that we want to do and projects we want to do over the course of the next few years.
Plus, we got to get out of debt because we got to pay for a cruise.
and so we're doing all of that. And so we weren't. I put honey, stir it. I put like 2 big spoons. You can go put more if you want. But we what was I saying? Bees. We were not going to do bees because we were going to build the window greenhouse in the pavilion, and we already have all the fencing, but odds and ends. We didn't want to overextend ourselves on bees, but we were offered some nukes from some people, and we were like, well, then we have to buy all of the hives and everything. And then a friend of mine who is moving very far away and is not able to she's not able to take her bees with her where she's going. She actually sold us 3 full like hives, the boxes, the frames, everything for a very, very good deal. And so we were like, well, I guess we're going to do bees because it's going to cost us very, very little. So we decided to do it.
Yeah, I'm excited because we're just going to include them in that perennial garden section.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to I know I have to do some research into it as far as what kind of paint, things like that, but I've seen it, so I know it's doable. Like, I want to paint the bee boxes different colors and really tie it into everything that's in there.
Thank you, Garden City Homestead. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Ben Vincent from VW Family Farms, who we are co-hosting the Shindig with this weekend. Oh my gosh. He is incredibly knowledgeable when it comes to bees. So we're really happy to have him as a resource. And I'm excited to start that.
What kind of bees? I have no idea what that means. What is that?
I'll have to ask. I don't know exactly. I mean, we're doing honeybees.
Yeah, honeybees.
Thank you, Goss. We appreciate that.
Oh man.
Oh. Look into Real Milk Paint Co. to paint beehives with. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Make a note of that. I take so many notes on our live streams because you guys give us so many tips and suggestions, and I don't want to lose it in the chat.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited to hang out with you. It's going to be fun. We've got some fun stuff. Ethan, this says just 2 more days until they get here.
Oh, I know. So 190 degrees from average. They've bought a camper, and they're actually coming down here for the Shindig, but they're staying down here with us for a while with their camper and just kind of like staying down here where it's warm and not frozen. And so you'll be seeing some of them. I'm really excited to get some time with them, with the Ethan and the Sarah. The Greenwich Homestead, thank you so much. We're going to be learning. We are definitely just getting started on this, but thankfully we have some very knowledgeable people who are close to us. Would you like some more sweetener?
I'll get it. Tea? It's fine. Okay. I got it. Just sit here.
Yeah, the Shindig is this weekend. What did I?
I'm pretty excited
name
about that.
The greenhouse. I have not named.
So we
the greenhouse.
confirmed. No, we have not named the greenhouse.
I've been calling it the Glass House.
Okay, so I have. You can call that the Glass House. That's good. I'm naming this one.
What?
This is the OG.
The OG.
This greenhouse is the original gangster because it got all of it started.
The Fishes and Loaves Garden with Mama Woods. Thank you so much for that. Y'all are blessing us so much. Golly, we are emotional tonight. This is very emotional. This is silly.
Oh, actually, I wanted to say something.
No goat kids yet. I showed you a picture of Megan's ridiculously swollen udder in the vlog that'll go up tomorrow, but no goat kids yet. I'm going out of town on Tuesday, from Tuesday to Thursday. So
I need your guys' help. So on the door into the greenhouse, I couldn't find anything yet. And maybe you guys can help me look in antique shops and stuff. On the door into the new greenhouse, there's a hole from like a lock or something. And I want to put something ornamental over it and meaningful, like a butterfly, a cast iron butterfly or something like that. I haven't seen it yet. But if you guys find something, send us a message on Facebook and we'll buy it from you or whatever.
Yeah, that would be.
I haven't had a lot of luck looking at the different places.
Etsy would probably be a good place to look. Jessica Visconti, that is so awesome! Congratulations on starting a garden.
Oh man, we'll be getting hit with so many messages from people being like, "We started a garden because of you guys." And it's
that like, it literally wrecks my heart, like beyond anything that I can express. Like encouraging people to garden is just one of the greatest callings on my life. And
I know I'll be delivering some kids. Just I know it's going to
baby
happen.
goat kids that they're going to go into labor when I leave.
Yes.
I'm going to Dallas on Tuesday for a media event. There's a brand called Job's. You may be familiar with it. It's a pretty big brand that's sold in like Walmart and stuff like that. And they do all organics, garden amendments and that sort of thing. And I'm actually going to a media event. That's the size of the hole on the door.
Like a circle in your finger. It's about how big the hole is.
But I'll be going Tuesday to Thursday, and he's probably going to be delivering baby goats while I'm gone, by the looks of it, unless she goes tomorrow, which would be nice and convenient. Except for I'm here by myself tomorrow morning while he has to help somebody with something.
Oh, I guess, is that the same person?
Yes. Sewing your heart. Golly, girl. Thank you. Y'all.
I'm trying to sip my tea. Yeah, April's a busy month. And I don't think you're going to have a lot of time. I don't know the schedule, but people are asking like where in Washington you're going to Seattle area, right?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have very much time. I'm going, if you're familiar with the Elliott Homestead, if you're not familiar with her, she has a beautiful YouTube channel and a very beautiful farm. Shay is one of those people that just, like when I talk about like grow something lovely, like Shay's one of those people that just embraces the romance in life. And I just love that about her. I love her books. They've always been a big inspiration to me. And she is my upline in doTERRA. And I'm actually going up to Seattle with my team on doTERRA and going and staying at Shay's farm for a weekend and doing like a training thing. I'm flying into Seattle. I can look at it and see I've got about 9 girls going with me. So I just don't know time-wise what that's going to look like. I know we've got to drive to her place. It's like 2 hours from Seattle.
Also, I don't know if Jason from Sow the Land is still on here, but like I'm being genuine. Like I was just thinking like I'm not making fun. Like genuinely. Like I look at the stuff that you do.
Yeah, before we had
and
YouTube,
look up to you.
Miah watched Sow the Land, and he
that was
would
probably
talk
my
about,
first favorite YouTube channel.
Yeah, and he would talk about how amazing Jason's carpentry was.
And the carpentry was like, honestly, I watched Sow the Land before I ever even like watched the Justin Rhodes video.
Yeah, he loved Sow the Land. I don't know. That's one of his.
I just wanted
favorites.
to make sure that I communicated my genuine.
Sometimes he picks fun to people, so
because I don't know what to say, but I'm just like genuinely like.
Yeah, he's
really
incredibly gifted. Jason,
and honestly, I love the greenhouse that he built for Justin.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I think it's awesome. I would question Justin's title of his video as the best greenhouse on the internet. I just don't feel like that necessarily is the truth now. But before today, yeah. You guys know what I'm saying.
Jason and Lorraine really encouraged me with how clean they eat and just how simple, like they really like live on purpose and intentional. And it is so encouraging. It's something that I really want for my own life. Thank you, Tammy, for that. Golly, I missed a lot of comments. Someone said, it's Amanda. Hey, Amanda. Amanda, what did you think? It was different whenever you left. Sewing a Legacy had a breadboard when they came through Heirloom Permaculture. They came through, and she had gotten a breadboard from Sow the Land whenever they visited their storefront in Asheville. Shay's channel is the Elliott Homestead, and it's really beautiful. Maybe somebody can throw a link up. She's one of those people that just sincerely inspires you. And when you talk to her, like outside, like not on camera, not on the blog, like she's just romanced. She's wooed. I love that. Like I'm one of those people that is just wooed. Like in life, I am wooed by things. And I, for a long time, felt like I was silly and I would like apologize for waxing poetic over everyday things. And then I just learned to embrace that about myself. God made me wooed. And so I think he likes that. And I think I found that common thread with Shay. She's a wooed person. She's just very romantic and I love it. It's, I'm excited. You guys, I'm going to be shooting some video and stuff with Shay. I'll be up there for a few days. And
we're not taking plants to Baker Creek.
No, we're not taking plants. So we won't have any plants left at that point.
We really won't. I don't know that we'll have plants after the shindig.
Well, we will because I'm not taking all of them to the shindig because some of them aren't big enough.
Okay, so we'll have the shindig, and then there's a plant sale in Conway, and after that, the people. There's been about 15 people What? That drove through.
Sorry,
What?
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm Southern Blessed Homestead said, I have been in tears ever since my wife saw the window greenhouse because now she wants one.
Okay, listen. At the end of the how-to video, I told Jessica last night, you can ask her, like, I said, I should put a disclaimer and be like,
and apologize.
I'm sorry for all the grief that this is going to cause husbands, brothers, sons, who now have women telling them that they need one, and also that I'm not responsible for said grief.
Thank you, Operation Homestead. If you guys have not watched the window greenhouse premiere, it's a separate video. You can leave the live, go watch it, come back to us. We'll be live for a little while longer. We definitely want you to go watch that. It's doing well. Like when YouTube videos, how much interaction they get in the first hour determines a lot, like how YouTube promotes it and pushes it. So the views and the comments and sharing and all of that right now really helps us. So we appreciate it. Thank you, Allie.
Also, I was going to ask if anybody is coming to the shindig that has a drone and gets footage, will you give us some? Because I have an idea for a video, but I won't be able to get drone footage because we're not going to be able to get one until after the shindig, like the 15th. And so if anyone brings one, none of our friends that have channels have any. And so I don't know of anyone that has one that's coming. So if any of the other people on here are coming, then Heirloom Permaculture has one.
Cool.
Y'all bring it and get some footage.
That would be
if
awesome.
You don't mind sharing the footage.
Cindy Lopez, is the Jobs event open to the public? I don't think so. I think it's just a media event where they are doing promotions and stuff. I'll message and ask and let you guys know before I go down there what it is.
And Natalie said, I have a drone. We have to strap a GoPro to it. Was that like duct tape or something?
Yeah, Michelle, the leaves of walking stick kale are edible. It's just it's a little thicker. They're slightly cabbagey.
Yeah, I actually collected all these windows, and it turns out that you really just don't need that many.
Yeah, how many?
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5,
we had
6,
these
7,
big,
8.
like if you saw the big solid looking windows, those were actually these really heavy duty sliding glass doors that a local couple brought us by. And so he stripped the outside and used the whole piece.
16 windows and then the 2 doors that I took the aluminum off and cleaned up the glass, which actually turned out to be my favorite windows.
Yeah. It's nice how much sun they let in.
It let a lot of sun in. It gives you good vision, like when you're looking out. So that was actually my favorite window.
Journey to Homestead. When are you releasing t-shirts?
So we have 3.
Should we show them?
Yeah, let's show them.
Let's show them.
We have 3 t-shirt designs that are releasing in the flesh, so physically releasing
at the shindig.
And I'm hoping we sell all of them because that'll go a long way towards.
And I actually was thinking that we might upload them to be available for purchase for those of you who cannot make it to the shindig, where you can get them from our drop ship place. We're going to have them where we had them printed.
Yeah, we'll work that out. I know that they're going to go on Teespring at some point. I just don't know when. So,
let's see. Oh, here's.
I've got the messages.
I know. I was just going to show them during the premiere. This is Jeremiah, like kind of crying and like smiling because he looks so cute.
I'm gonna clear the roof.
Huh?
Hold on. I got to answer a question. I don't know how to say it. Girl. I know she comments all the time. I just don't know how you want me to pronounce that.
Okay, what?
Girl. Is the roof material flexible at all? Could it be used on a curved roof? It's flexible. How do I explain this? So if it runs if it's like a 12-foot piece, it's flexible from like left to right. So like the 26-inch piece, it can flex like this, but it can't flex long ways. Does that make sense? Like if you were to bend it this way, it would probably snap at some point. But as far as like it flexes with the ridges, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it better than that. Okay. Other than I could show a clip in the how-to about how it flexes. I mean.
So, like Georgia girl.
Jojo. Oh, okay. That's clever. It's a little confusing at first, but I like it.
Okay.
Gotta
T-shirt number 1.
Oh, yeah. The KG.
KG. This is the first T-shirt. I got to see what people say about that before I show them.
Also, yeah. I remember someone asking, I meant to answer this. That is not a design. Here, not only is it not a design, and this is not like, I'm not tooting my own horn. I didn't go and watch any videos or look up anything. You can ask my wife. She will vouch. When I do stuff like this, sometimes it gets me in trouble, but a lot of times I just want to figure things out. So I didn't look up designs. I didn't get, plans or any of that. That's all just from my head.
Yeah.
And figuring things out. So.
Yep. Okay.
All right. The KG shirt was a hit.
KG shirt, Kit and George. Okay. The second shirt. This one is probably my favorite.
That's my favorite shirt. That's actually the one I'm going to be wearing at the shindig.
I'm trying to touch it to get it.
There it goes.
So it says, I don't know if it's showing up reverse for you. It probably is. But it says Squad Goals, Roots and Refuge Farm. And it has our animals. It's got Bebe Dog Bear and a duck, a white duck like we have. It has Luke, my horse, with Kitten George on his back, a Mangalitsa curly pig. It has Clover and Mayhem, which are 2 of my favorite goats, a rooster, Con, and the lone guinea. So that is that's the second shirt, which I'm really, really excited about that. Now, this shirt is a little bit different, and this was one that I was just like, I don't know, it's weird for me to be on a shirt, but this is one that several people that I've run this by have been really excited about. So this is kind of like a little bit of a logo shirt, and this is based off a photo that a year ago was one of the most popular photos that I ever posted on Instagram. So I'm
excited about this one. Now this
is it focus little guy.
Focus a little bit.
There it goes.
Okay, so this is actually going to be our logo, which I love. Because I like looking at Jessica.
So this says "Grow Something Lovely" on the bottom, and Roots and Refuge on the top, and has tomatoes and daffodils and eggs.
Yeah, baby.
And the daffodils are actually really symbolic to me as far as our farm is concerned. Which is just really cool. And I'll tell you guys this, I'm not actually probably going to put this out, publicly, but, whenever we first moved in, I'll just give you the backstory. Whenever we first moved in, when we first found our house, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to get it. It was a foreclosure. And, I came one day and I was sitting out here praying, and I'd just been praying over our house, and these daffodils came up, and, and I looked at them. I was talking on the phone to my cousin Amy, and I said to her, and it was one of those times where you say something and you just know it's God. You know that you know and you're knower. And the words just kind of bypass your brain and they just come out of your mouth, and you're like, where did that come from? And I said to her, this house will be mine, and it'll be mine before these daffodils are done blooming. And they had just come up. They hadn't even started blooming yet. And it took us months to close on the house, but we closed and the heads fell off the daffodils the next day. They started drying up and they fell off the next day. And so when I look at daffodils, they're really representative of God's promise to me. And so that's why in that, obviously I'm holding tomatoes and eggs. That's pretty self-explanatory, but the daffodils are pretty important to me on my farm. So yeah, those are our 3 shirts, and we will let you guys know how to go.
For those of you coming to the shindig, there is only 100 of each shirt. So if you want it, get it, because once it's gone, we probably will take some pre-orders, and then after that's fulfilled, we'll release them on Teespring for everyone who couldn't come to the shindig, because I know how awesome those shirts are.
So yeah, we'll give you updates on what we're going to do with those soon. But now you've seen them. You're the first people to see them. We haven't released those anywhere, and we won't until a little later. So, daffodil poem. Look it up, read it. Let me open my live stream note for my notes from my friends. I seriously add things to these every single.
What did you say?
Someone said, look up the daffodil poem and read it.
Oh, okay.
The sizes, Missy, go up to 2X or 3X, I think. So
2XL.
Okay.
But that's for the ones physically there.
We'll do. Yeah, that's just. Yeah, we can order larger, and then we're going to be putting them online where you can order them online. So
yeah, and then choose your sizes, and we may offer more color options.
Helen,
online.
I'm pretty sure Teespring has up to 5XL. I'm not really sure though. I'll have to look into that. So yeah, we will not have kid sizes at the shindig, but they'll be able to be ordered online. 7:57. Is there any kind of schedule for the shindig? We're probably going to nail that down today or this week, Bianca. Like, we've kept it pretty loose because we weren't sure like what all we were going to do and changing the venue and all of that stuff. But we're going to have music. I think that we're going to do a little bit of speaking. We're not going to do just a lot because we really want it to be about like the connecting and the networking. We'll do a little bit of speaking.
There'll be a little bit of giveaways. I know there's couple of things. There's a $75 Premier fencing gift card giveaway.
Azure Standard
is giving away a box. We're going to do that. And then we've got some tickets to Homesteaders of America that we're giving away. So there'll be some free stuff for people. We have over 30 vendors coming. Okay. We have 3 food trucks. We have a coffee truck who'll be there all day cooking up delicious coffee, which I sampled. It was delicious, and he was a cool guy. I really just sat there and talked with him for a while because he was fun. The menus are nailed down. They're looking really awesome. So I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. I know if you guys can't come, we will miss you, and you'll be there in spirit, but it's going to be a blast for those of us who get to hang out. Yep. And I don't want to do it. Like, we're not doing a bunch of speaking and stuff because, like Jessica said, we just really want to talk with everyone. Yeah. The point was just to connect. So
we'll probably do just a little bit. So, yes, Stivers Homestead, I'm so excited for you guys to be here. So,
the food trucks, there's a sandwich food truck called Say Cheese, and they do a lot of, they make their bread, and they have some pretty good ingredients. I looked at their menu. I have never sampled it, but it looked good. The other one was called What's for Dinner, and we went over the menu. Like, a couple of things is they're doing a grilled chicken Caesar salad. They're doing a grilled chicken wrap. They're doing grass-fed beef burgers and some chips. And then the coffee truck is actually going to bring some Texas barbecue. So we'll have barbecue, the chicken stuff, and burgers, and then we'll have sandwiches.
Okay.
Baker Creek will be there. Representative.
Yes,
I'm assuming Jessica Damon's bringing seeds.
Oh, yeah, they're bringing seeds. Baker Creek is bringing seeds to give away at the shindig.
I
went to Baker Creek last week, and my friend Jessica Damon, who works there, she kind of does a lot of Jer's like right-hand stuff, and she is coming down with her husband, and they're going to do a table. It's going to be awesome. Jenna Snow, thank you. Okay.
What are you looking for?
What we're digging.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do that, and then we got to wrap this up because we got to eat dinner.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I just I need to eat food.
Worn out. So what we've been working on this week, totally the window greenhouse. That's pretty much been the entirety of it. Plants for me. I've been separating plants.
A couple of late nights because that needed to get done. And I'm the finisher, like putting in the details and things like that.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to have all the details in place. Like, I didn't want to leave anything out that I was capable of finishing. So I just put in a ton of work getting it finished. Like, there was one night I was up till the next morning.
He stayed up all night.
Like, twice. I actually went to bed. No, okay, yeah, it was twice. So I would work all night. Because here's the thing.
He was trying to surprise me.
I know, but here's the thing. As I've got a plethora of kids and a wife who loves me, but also wants my attention. And
It's
so
true.
when I'm trying to do stuff during the day, it's just you always get interrupted. You're always having to stop. You're always having to do this stuff. And so sometimes I'll just work at night because they're all sleeping and they don't come out and say, I need lunch or I poop my pants or, that's the kids saying that. Or something like that. So there's not any, so there's no pull. So I get way more done. And so for the last 2 nights before the reveal, so not last night, but the 2 nights before that, I worked through the night and then would sleep a little bit during the day and then go back out and work because I just would get more done. It would, it was the only way I was going to get it all done. So
Patricia, we have a P.O. box on the About section of our page and an Amazon wish list where we put things that we just won't buy for ourselves because we're trying to do Dave Ramsey up in here. Somebody else asked a question that I was wanting to answer.
I slept so good last night. When you fall asleep after you're so tired that like you stay in the same position and you don't move or roll over or anything. You just kind of wake up and literally your arm's in the exact same spot it was at when you fell asleep 8 hours before. That's what it was like. I woke up and it was like just stiff because I didn't move at all. I just slept. It was so good.
DJ, thank you. And Caleb. It's KK.
Is that KK? Like Caleb Flynn?
Yeah.
He doesn't say any words. No, good job.
Thanks for the seeds. You're welcome, guys. They sent me pictures. Someone said, Jess, stop moving your pants.
Yeah, you gotta stop doing that.
Thank you, Gail. I will go read that. I look forward to reading that.
I need to call about the high tunnel. The USDA office is open, but I haven't heard anything. If we do, it won't be until much later. But I am going to talk to them about possibly doing the drip tape and the well and stuff that we had talked about. So I don't know. I'll look into it. At this
point, the high tunnel would not be useful for us until about October, November anyway. And so we're not, that's further back on the list of what is important for us. This week, what we've been eating, I've been gearing up towards doing Whole30. I'm not going to try to really start it before I get back from Seattle because I just think that's too much traveling to try to do something like that. But definitely cutting back on sugar and just being more mindful, eating less carbs, and just sort of detoxing a little bit now because we are going to do Whole30. And so that's really what we've been eating. What I've been planting is I have put some more like radishes and some root vegetables into the ground, as well as starting some cucumbers and melons in my little grow bags that can be directly transplanted. Because I'm just starting those a couple of weeks out. We'll be planting everything as soon as I get back from Seattle. That whole week, I'm going to be doing that. And I'm pretty sure 180 degrees from average will still be here then. So I will have some help, I think. Oh, Amanda, you're on Arkansas time. That's so funny. I had a great time with my friend Amanda. We had a wonderful time. She got home, and I'm sure her family was so ready to have her home. So let's see, what else? What about you, baby? What are you doing this week? What are you watching? What are you eating? Is there anything that you want to share on those fronts this week?
Did you already share the channel you're watching?
Not yet.
Okay. So, I haven't really watched YouTube, guys. I've been working.
What about like what you've been listening to? Oh, I've been listening to this really good album. Hold on, let me tell you guys who he is.
You know what I was doing? This is honestly for my mom. It was just fun. Really made me think of her. But that one of those nights I worked all night, I put on a playlist from iTunes and it was all oldies.
Oh.
Like, I love oldies. One of my earliest memories is sitting in the front seat of this huge station wagon, which is the car we drove around in, no car seats. Old school. And my mom just always listened to oldies. So that was always fun. That's honestly what I've listened to a lot this week.
Chris Renzema is the person I've been listening to. If you look him up, it's Renzema, and the album is called I'll Be the Branches. It's really good. That's what I've been listening to kind of on a repeat the last few days. I get on music kicks and I don't listen to anything else whenever I'm doing that. Let's see. No public speaking in Seattle. I'm coming up there for for a doTERRA thing. What was your mom's favorite song?
In the Jungle.
Really?
From the oldies.
Oh, yeah?
Or, hold on, you'll know this name of the song. I can always do the beginning of the beat. He goes, dun, 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 dun. Is it Stand By Me?
Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Y'all, thank you so much for sharing the window greenhouse. People keep updating me the views that it has. Like, man, that is really, really, really encouraging. Thank you, Sue. We love Lumna Acres.
Yeah,
Our Lumna is
it's one of Ben's favorite channels. He watches them all the time.
Ben loves Al Lumna. One of these days, I'm hoping that Al will come to the Homesteaders of America conference, because seriously, like, he's one that Ben would love to meet. That would be really awesome. All right, so okay, so I've got my channel that I want to talk about this week. I usually like to talk about a channel that is kind of under 1,000 subscribers. Yes. Okay. And so this one is she's a sweet, sweet lady. She's been vlogging, sharing a lot. She's been doing some really good videos, like really high quality video. And she is a sweetheart. So I've connected with her on Instagram before, and I've watched her videos. They recently did a remodel reveal. And so since we're kind of in that vein, I figured she would be a good one for us to feature. So it's Farm Life Outfitters. And they just did a reveal of their farmhouse kitchen remodel, and it is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. And I actually got to meet her in person at Homesteaders of America last year, and totally just a really precious person. She has a clothing line of t-shirts and stuff. You might be familiar. I think Rebecca Rhodes has shared about her before. She wears a lot of those shirts and gets them for her kids. So you've probably seen me wearing her shirt sometimes before. And she's a sweetheart. So she's currently sitting at, well, shoot, I closed out of it. It's probably already started to go up. She's currently sitting at about 650.
She was at 6 something.
644 subscribers. Okay. And so I'd love to see her get a big jump. I know that would be a really big blessing to her. I probably sound like a broken record saying this stuff, but it is such an encouragement for small creators whenever they hit that 1,000 mark. That is one of the requirements for being monetized on YouTube. You've got to hit to 1,000 and have 4,000 watch hours. So before those milestones, people are doing videos just out of their kindness. And I actually have a second channel that is similar that I'm going to go ahead and say too. So I'm going to do 2 this week since we're super excited about the window greenhouse. And this is another one who is a precious woman who I recently got to meet in person. And that is Grandma Rose. It's Grandma Rose's homestead. And she is just a wealth of knowledge. She was a botanist by career. She's retired now, but she seriously has so much knowledge, and she shares it so faithfully. I don't know, whenever I got to meet her in person at Deep South Homestead, I just wanted to sit next to her and just talk to her and hear everything that she had to teach. She had some knitting that she had made. She had some flies that she had tied, just incredible talent. And I just adore her. So if you guys would follow those 2 channels and love on them, encourage them. Wow, Grandma Rose just jumped to 900. I bet you guys could get her to 1,000 tonight. That would probably make her day. 910. Will you pull up Farm Life?
Yeah, I will.
Let's look at that.
Also, do you remember the woman who shared about losing a child at the gathering?
Yes.
She's on here thanking you for all the advice and stuff.
Really? Oh, goodness. That I didn't make the connection when you said that earlier.
Yeah, she was saying it. Right.
Wow.
So really cool.
You have been in my thoughts. I'm so glad to get to connect with you and figure out who that was that you've come to my mind so many times. I'm glad to make that connection. Yeah, he does deserve a long nap. He slept good last night, but had to get up this morning to finish working out there and then to go to church. But He might have a little more rest tonight.
Maybe. Oh, wait, that's the styrus I need to.
Thank you guys so much for how you help me bless people by going and subscribing to them. Oh, yeah, Grandma Rose is over 1,000. That was fast.
Farm
Life Outfitters. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, it's just a really cool thing to get to do that.
761.
Oh, wow, that's a big jump, too. Yeah, I don't know. I've said it so many times, but it doesn't cost us anything to share and to support other people. And honestly, I really think that if we would confront the mindsets that makes us want to hold on to things for ourselves instead of sharing them, then we would all be better off. So thank y'all so much. Thank you for sharing our window greenhouse premiere in the last hour with the premiere. It's about to roll over to 7,000 views. So that is officially the highest amount of views we've ever gotten in a video in the first hour. That's never happened before. So that's pretty awesome. Just so you know, like what that means for a channel when a video takes off like that. I mean, the reason why our channel grew so fast is because of Jesus, to be completely honest. I'm not I have the fear of the Lord to say anything other than that, but truly the way that happened in the analytics was we had 2 videos that went a little bit viral. And because of that, YouTube just throws you out in front of everybody and people sub. And the incredible thing for me is when people sub, I get to teach them how to garden, and I get to we get to show the love of God to people, and it's just an incredible thing. So that's awesome. Like seeing that is pretty freaking exciting. It's not as exciting as having that greenhouse in the yard, but it's.
I wish we could show them what it looks like right now.
Do you think we could move?
Maybe we could pick the camera up. Here, let me try it.
Just take the whole laptop, love. Just take the whole laptop. You can do it. You're so strong.
They may not be able to see. You want us to go down there? Oh.
Can you see it? Are you going to carry the laptop down there?
I might have to. See, this is the thing behind me.
I just don't know if the Wi-Fi will hold out.
Let's see. Well, okay, listen. All right.
Okay.
The Wi-Fi may not hold out. If we lose you, I'm sorry. The live's almost there anyways, right? So go subscribe. Farm Life Outfitters is almost at 1,000. They're like 800 something. Grandma Rose already hit 1,000. So
but keep subscribing anyway.
So keep going. Just blow them off. And so we are going to head out there to try to see it at night, because I'm telling you, at night this thing is on another level.
Okay.
If you need to, you want to switch it to your hotspot?
Yeah, that might be good. Okay.
Oh, it's really dark.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes. This is crazy.
We have like 1,000 friends hanging out with us right now. That's what's happening.
I've never had this many friends in my life. That's the Bluetooth.
Okay, that's not. No. Why are you asking me to do technical things?
Stop. So you passed it. Go back. Settings.
Go back. Settings. Hotspot.
On.
It is on. Why isn't it showing up? Okay, try again. Sorry. Jessica's phone. Okay.
Here we go. Switch. Live garden tour.
We're carrying the laptop outside at night.
Yeah, this is fine.
Oh, I almost fell down.
They can't even see us.
They can't even see us.
Wondering.
This is fun. Isn't this fun?
You're so funny.
I'm just excited. I'm taking 1,000 of my friends to my new greenhouse. Oh, hi, Gail.
Watch out, baby. All right, here we go.
I almost fell in the hole, sweet Miah. Look, isn't it nice?
Here, you go first.
Me?
Yeah.
Do you love it? Oh.
It smells good in here, too.
It does. Isn't it so good at night? It's very good.
I can't even see what everyone's saying.
I can't see
I'm
it.
sure it's good
I'm
stuff.
just so excited. Oh, I'm sure there'll be plenty of devotionals done out here. Just being in here just inspires me so much.
Wow.
Yep, isn't it awesome? A road trip without leaving home. Yep, we have kids. We can't just leave them in the
I thought
house
about
for that
that,
long.
but honestly, I didn't want to leave the kids inside by themselves. So.
Yeah, that's responsible parenting. You're a good dad.
You're so funny.
Oh, man. It's so good, huh? Is it buffering?
It's a little grainy. It's not buffering.
It's grainy.
It's a little grainy.
Yeah, my
All right,
phone's
let's go ahead and wrap it up. We gotta get off. We gotta go eat. Love you guys.
We
Thank
love
you
you
so
guys.
much.
Thank you. Thank you for this reveal.
Yes.